Hey guys, I'm Tyson.
And I'm Callie.
And we're with Aviation Adventures. Originally this season we wanted to do a few updates throughout the summer and fill you in on what was going on. However, that didn't happen.
And now it's September, so we're doing a season recap.
Just renaming it and doing something different.
Yeah.
So we started out with wheat, and this year it was a dry year. We are in a drought up here, still are in northern Minnesota. Today is September 10th. And it's 86 degrees. It's not good.
Really hot.
So usually I spray a lot of fungicide on wheat. This year I did about 1/5 the amount of acres that I normally do. So it did not set me up for success, that's for sure.
Right, and the reason that we usually spray wheat fungicide by air is because it's typically pretty wet at that time. So that means that farmers can't get into the fields with their own ground rigs. This year with how dry it was, all of the farmers, if they were even spraying it, they were going out there in their own ground rigs. A lot of them didn't even spray the wheat because it was looking so poor.
Also, when the farmer goes out there and drives over the wheat, that is a yield loss that he's going to incur by driving over it and killing it. So doing it with the airplane, you're not destroying any of the wheat, and therefore you are going to get the yield that you would not receive because of running it over and killing it with the tire tracks.
That's why we say fly it on.
Exactly. Like Callie mentioned, they didn't spray a lot of it. We had back in middle of June, we had 100-degree days.
Yep, and no rain.
No rain.
Yeah.
And that literally made the wheat just pop. All of the heads started coming out.
I did a video in a wheat field and people were like, is that a dwarf wheat? No, it was heading at like this high, which normally it should be knee high or above.
Yeah, I mean, usually to me thigh high. This year we had wheat anywhere from shin to knee. And it was just not a great crop. Once wheat finished up, it was time for me to try to go and make some money. I took the airplane and headed to Illinois to spray some corn. It's called the Corn Run. It happens every year, and there usually are not enough airplanes to spray all of the corn that needs to be sprayed. So a lot of airplanes from all over come into the big corn growing states like Indiana, Illinois, Nebraska, southern Minnesota,
and
Iowa. And I went to Illinois.
While Tyson was in Illinois, I stayed here at the hangar, not much going on, but soon after he left, I got things packed up and ready to head to southern Minnesota for our company's bug and fungicide run. That's where we basically live out of the pickup and live out of hotels, and we have a few contracts with 3 different locations in southern Minnesota. This truck turns into my mobile office. Hank gets the back seat, and we spend all day, every day at 3 different airports down in southern Minnesota. It was actually a pretty decent corn run for us down there, but the aphids have not been showing up there for the last several years, and that was again the case this year, so we didn't have a bug run. We had a decent fungicide run, and we were happy with that, and then we came back up here at the beginning of August. When I got back, my garden had grown tall, but not super healthy because it didn't get watered at all and it was really dry. So yields aren't great, but it's still fun.
Normally once we would get back up here, we would still have a lot of sugar beets to spray. However, again, it wasn't wet, so we weren't really doing it. They aren't super healthy. I mean, they're actually, given the conditions, they're not that bad.
Yes.
They're not as healthy maybe as a great year, but I've only sprayed a little bit of sugar beets.
But we are super grateful for that sugar beet crop, because if we didn't have that, we would have absolutely nothing to do.
For sure. It's nice to be in a little bit of a diverse area.
Yep. You have killed a couple sunflower fields, I guess.
Yeah, so I usually desiccate beans and sunflowers, but again, it's 86 degrees today. They're kind of desiccating themselves at this point.
They
so
totally are.
I've done a little bit of it, literally 3 or 4 fields, but not much. And there's probably not much else to do for them.
We did get some rain, I guess it was a week ago, and that's drummed up a little bit of work for us with the sugar beets, which was nice.
Yeah, the end of August and September, we have had like 8 inches of rain, which has been great.
Not 8
Yeah.
inches.
No?
I think
What's the rain gauge at?
Okay, well, I don't think we've had 8 inches, but we have had some rain, so we've had a little bit of work to do, but still not much going on here.
So what's in store for us next?
Glad you asked.
Lately in the fall, Callie and I have been heading down to Baja, Mexico and spending 4 or 5 weeks kiteboarding down there. This year, we're going to take some motorcycles with us, which are in a little bit of disrepair at the moment. They're going back together. We're doing some upgrades. And we're going to head into Central America with those. So that's a question we get a lot is, what happens after the spray season?
We go have fun.
We try to go have fun. We've been up here, cooped up all summer long, tied to these crops. We're ready to shut the door and start having some fun of our own.
In conclusion, has it been our best year? Definitely not.
But you can see that every year is definitely not the same, and that's just something that comes with this industry. You never know how you're going to turn out till, really, for us, September rolls around. We don't know. And that's kind of how agriculture is in general. For sure. But we're still going to go have fun on our motorcycles, and it's still going to be a great winter. Yeah. Now, we do have some things coming up that would be pretty exciting. A little precursor to this would be this book. I'm not going to go any more than this book, but Callie's reading it. That's all I'm going to say. We'll be doing some videos about it when the time comes. Spoiler alert. Yeah, that's it. Spoiler alert. Anyways, we've got a lot of cool videos coming for you guys, so be sure to hit that subscribe button. Give us a like if you enjoyed this. Thanks again for watching. I'm Callie. And I'm Tyson. Fly low and fly fast.